Hello everyone.
Hello everybody.
Haven't done a video together in ages.
I know, I've really gone cold turkey.
I've missed you.
I've missed you too. Where have you been all my life?
I don't know.
I don't know. I've been sort of clucking and wondering, where's she gone? Where's she gone?
Right, well,
Anyway.
we've been meaning to do this video for a long time, and we've been itching to do it in a way because it's caused so many different laughter points in our lives over the last few weeks.
Even with pillow talk, we've been lying there late at night,
and I just
before, and she's been giggling away to herself.
and I just can't get to sleep because I've been thinking about other things, and this will all come to light in a second. But basically, when we first heard about this, what we're going to talk about today, we kind of laughed. Then we thought, is that right? Really? Seriously?
Really?
And then I actually
Truthfully?
questioned somebody in my family about it, and because I thankfully was in a talkative area where I could actually talk to this person, and I haven't had any contact since, but I was able to ask a question, and the answer I got was quite you know, how can I put it, profound. But anyway, what are we on about? Darling, would you like to show them?
Shall I start?
You can start.
Yes. Okay, let's start with mine.
Everybody must have by now heard of the JW Go Bag.
Yes.
The original. And just so that I'm not left out, I have the JW Go Bag Compact.
Yeah.
Mary Poppins
Notice
style.
they're khaki coloured for camouflage.
Yes.
And mine's got extra braces to hold everything in, because I'm man, okay? Right.
Now,
So,
this got us talking.
Go bags.
Because we thought, go bags?
go bags.
Where on earth has that idea come from? What?
What?
And we started thinking,
Go bags?
would we follow that if we were part of the JW religion still? Would we turn that? In fact, I'm not going to call them a religion because they don't deserve that.
No.
Publishing house. There you
publishing
go.
house,
If we were still part of that publishing house, would we go along with this go bag issue? And we thought maybe we would, because you're so in that brainwashed mental thought process. Would you go along with it?
Yes, probably would have done, but my bag would probably be very different from everybody else's.
I know that, dear.
Sorry about that, but it's just the way it is.
Oh, there you go. But anyway, we started thinking, actually, this is quite serious. And the reason why it's quite serious is you think, well, what's the mentality? Why would they do something like a go bag? So we thought, well, actually, it makes perfect sense. For years and years, growing up as Jehovah's Witnesses, the constant thing in your head was, Armageddon's round the corner. 1914, by no means will this generation pass away till all these things occur, because 1914 is when it's that, and the generation that saw that will not by no means die, and they're still going to be around. And what are we in now? 2014, 100 years on, and what's happened to that generation? All by one of two, maybe three or four, have died. So that generation has passed away.
We had that pummeled into us for decades. Do you remember, as we're growing up, even from the first time I could understand language, I can remember the brothers talking about the end of the world, the end of the world. That generation will by no means,
pass away.
By no means pass away until all these things have occurred, and then the end will come. And then it didn't.
So then you've got to think to yourself, right, but that's been an amazing tool that they've used. I mean, I remember my grandmother and my mum telling me that my grandmother didn't think that my mum and my auntie would be old enough to leave school, get married, have children. Well, her children and my auntie's children are grown up, and I have my own children, and our children are old enough to have children. So that generation thing of these children that would never see adulthood, because Armageddon was round the corner, have seen adulthood. My mum's passed away, you know. So you've got to look at it, and you just think to yourself, for years that's worked. So suddenly, when people start looking at this generation thing, thinking, well, actually, the generation has passed away, all bar 1 to 4 people, or however many are left. Not many at all. You can count them on maybe one hand, two hands, at the very most. You think, well, what else have they got to now keep that focus? Because it's, you've got to keep on the watch, you've got to keep active, you've got to do this, you've got to do that, constantly keeping witnesses on the go.
This is what got us thinking about the Go Bag. What's the motive behind it with the governing body, behind this publishing company? What's the real motive here? Well, when you think about it, what a genius idea.
Brilliant.
To have a visual object known as a Go Bag in your living room or in your bedroom, somewhere by the front door, that's then packed and ready to go. The psychological issues and the psychological message that you are then building into yourself as an individual is that I am ready to go. I've got my bag ready. Yeah. So every time you go to work, every time you go out that door, the first thing you see is your Go Bag. So you know you're ready, and that the governing body from a distance don't need to say a word. It's an absolute genius idea.
Now, I asked my relative, I said, Go Bag? I said, seriously, have you got a Go Bag? And he said, well, it's actually quite a practical idea. And I said, seriously? And I started thinking, well, what happens if you're out? You've packed your Go Bag, okay? And you know, it's packed for a natural disaster or something. I think this happened all around the tsunami time. So you had that in the Philippines.
Was it a typhoon?
Oh, the typhoon. No, that was when the tsunami. Where was the tsunami that happened?
Well,
that came on the beach and it came all over.
Yeah.
And
it's
it was
that type. Any disaster
like that. You know, people were thinking, oh yes, that's such a good idea. I need to have something ready. Well, if you're out and that happens, are you going to go back for your Go Bag?
No.
Or are you being told you've got to take it everywhere with you? Or are you being told you've got to keep it at a Kingdom Hall?
But just take it on to a scriptural level, regardless of what, many ex-witnesses now do not believe in the Bible, but regardless of that, they know what's in the Bible. And for many others, they do believe what it says. So let's not get into that debate. But what we're looking at here is the Bible is very clear on what is known as Armageddon, when Jesus Christ returns to this earth with all of his myriads of angels, myriads of them. Now, as Christians ourselves, because that's exactly what we are, we believe there will be one day an Armageddon. We don't know when that is. As the scriptures tell us, we don't know. There are certain signs, but that's another debate. We've all heard it. What am I getting at here? Well, as far as I'm concerned and my wife's concerned, it's not our war.
No.
It's nothing to do with us.
No.
We actually raise our heads up and just wait. And that's exactly what we've been told to do. So we have no worries with this. And so therefore a Go Bag is completely irrelevant.
Irrelevant. And we started thinking about biblical experiences in the Bible, because the witnesses go on biblical things, different stories that have happened in the past. They use those as examples for them to act now. So a lot of the time, like for example, the Israelites leaving Egypt, did they have their Go Bags with them? Well, they were told to take things only that they needed, but that was obviously because they're going into the wilderness. Yeah. But you see, and things like Lot's wife. I mean, well, did she turn to a pillar of salt because she turned around because she'd forgot their Go Bag? I don't think so. Somehow,
who knows?
You know, it's silly. I mean, they were told to leave. When they were told to leave, they were told to
just
leave.
Get out, run.
And it's like when you're leaving a burning building, and they're evacuating it. You know, they don't say, don't forget your Go Bags. They say, everybody out now. Yeah. Save your life.
On this occasion, just to add into the scriptural thing, there is nowhere to run.
No.
There's nowhere to hide.
That's what I was going to say, that it's all about faith. If you haven't got faith in your God Jehovah, if you have not got faith, then what have you got? If you don't think that he's going to look after you, and don't give me this comeback you can't test him, you've got to be practical, you've got to make a bit of effort. No one knows the hour or the day that it's happening, or when it's going to happen. It will come as a thief in the night. If you don't believe that, then why do you then accept whenever the witnesses then say to you, when you have a question and you go to your elders or you go to your governing body and you say, I'm wondering about this, do they turn around to you and they say, trust in Jehovah, have faith? Why are they now telling you to not do that?
Don't have faith
to
in
have
that.
A Go Bag ready.
Don't have faith in your God Jehovah. Have faith in your Go Bag.
Yeah, it's got nothing to do with God. This is all to do with controlling you and making you feel on the edge, so that you have got that constant reminder: the end is here, the end is near, the end is coming. It's coming.
It's a very, very powerful tool.
So powerful and really very intelligently clever the way they've done this.
So we were thinking, what are the sort of things that the JWs would have?
What would you pack in a bag for the end of the world, for goodness sake?
Well,
I mean, you probably have these.
You'd probably have your toothbrushes. You'd certainly have a drop of this stuff, the old water, because you'd probably think, I'm going to need it. And maybe a
modern hand
little
sanitizer.
bit of hand sanitizer, some hand gel too, because you might not think there were any taps anymore running.
But you see,
who knows?
It got us thinking a bit more, and we did think to ourselves, now, what would the Lathams have in their go bag?
things ain't funny. Happy-go-lucky me. Yes, I can smile when I ain't got no money. Happy-go-lucky me. It may sound silly, but I don't care. I've got the moonlight, I've got the sun, I've got the stars above. Me and my sweetie, well, we both share. Slappy-go-happy, happy-go-lucky love. Well, life is sweet, good, sweet as honey. Happy-go-lucky me. Happy-go-happy, happy-go-lucky love. Well, life is sweet, yeah, sweet as honey. Happy-go-lucky me.